This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Today being Wednesday, we are looking at a viewer's question, and the topic under discussion today is one that's cropped up a few times on the live stream on a Friday. More on that later, in case you're not aware of it. But yeah, in the chat on that live stream, a few people, week in, week out, have said, when are you going to do a video about how to play over jazz chord changes? So that's what we're doing today. I will just preface this by saying that I'm not a jazz guitarist. Not by any stretch of the imagination, so if you are a seasoned jazz professional and you're watching this, please forgive my fumbling efforts to explain a couple of the basic principles involved. But they are there. I do understand those principles, and I will occasionally use them in the context of my own solos, but I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an expert in playing jazz, because I'm not. But as I say, I can demonstrate a couple of the principles, and hopefully I can convey them in this little solo that's coming next. So that is me trying to throw a few jazzy licks into proceedings. Let's have a little bit of an explanation about what I'm actually doing there, how I'm actually thinking about the note choices that I'm making, basically just what's going on in general.
Here is the explanation.
Okay then, so let's begin by having a look at what the chord sequence is we're playing over here. This is a typical set of jazz changes here. It's sort of loosely based on the chord sequence to Autumn Leaves. And basically it's largely, apart from a couple of kind of guest chords in here, the B7 and the E7, it's largely in the key of G major. So what we can do is, over a couple of sections of this this sequence, one of which you can see here that I've highlighted, we can have a little bit of a kind of play around with the G major scale and do stuff with it. So over these two bars here, the A minor 7 to the D7, all we're going to do is change one note. We're going to change the G note in the G major scale to a G sharp, and if you do that, that then gives you the A melodic minor scale. So let's come back, and what I've got here is that set of chord changes, A minor 7 to D7 and then going to a G major 7. I've got that just plumbed into me looper pedal, and we're just going to see what happens. So I'm going to start off with the G major scale, like that, and basically I'm going to use that G major scale over the G major 7 chord, but over the A minor 7 and the D7 chords I'm going to just change the G note to a G sharp. So this scale becomes this scale. Like that. And, well, it's going to sound like this. So you can hear it just gives it that little bit of jazzy tension, I suppose. If we go back to our chord chart here, the other place where we can have a little bit of fun is down here over the F sharp minor 7 flat 5 to B7 chord. Now, a chord like F sharp minor 7 flat 5 is often quite intimidating to many people. Don't think of it that way. Think of it as what it is. It's just an A minor chord where your bass player is playing an F sharp note underneath it. Now, over these two chords here, the F sharp minor 7 flat 5 or A minor with an F sharp bass to the B7, again, we're going to change one note. We're going to change the D note in the G major scale to a D sharp note. And that is going to give us an E harmonic minor scale. So what I'm going to do now is just switch to a different loop on the looper pedal and come back and demonstrate what that sounds like. So here's the loop. So that then, as I say, gives you the E harmonic minor scale. And let's just go back and have a look one last time at this this set of things here. I was doing a couple of other bits and pieces over, like the G major 7 and C major 7. One thing that you can do there is, you can just play a bit of blues over it. Just think of it as like a blues thing in G. So you can do all of the kind of all of that kind of stuff, and one or two other bits and pieces, like I was faffing around over this E7 chord at the end here, playing a couple of diminished things and stuff, but that's probably a story for another day. The main thing here is over these two sections, the A minor 7 to the D7, use the A melodic minor. Over the F sharp minor 7 flat 5 to the B7, use the E harmonic minor. If you can get a good handle on those, and there's no reason why you shouldn't, because as you can see, all you're doing is taking what is hopefully a familiar scale, the G major scale, and you're changing one note. You're changing the G to the G sharp in the first instance, and you're changing the D to the D sharp in the second instance. So that is a good start, a good kind of way of thinking, I think, to start playing a little bit of jazzy stuff over those kind of jazz chord changes. Look out for those kind of changes in songs that and just try a little bit of this over the top. Use your looper pedal, anything like that to get a bit of practice at it. But you should hopefully soon see that it's quite an accessible way of doing it. I think, at least, anyway. So now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. So there you have it. Now, as usual, there is a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo, a jam track for you to play along with yourself, and that little explanation you've just seen there. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address on screen, link in the description. As I'm sure you know by now, $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you to each and every one of you who support me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down in the description. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget, as I said earlier, the live stream every Friday 5 PM UK time, where we basically just sit and chat and have a beer and talk about music and guitars. It's a fantastic way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.